What's up, y'all? This is my video review and thoughts on Iron Factory EX69 or Killbison from Transformers Victory. This is the fourth in the series I'll be doing leading up to the fully formed Laokaiser.
This a Cortex junk.
Starting off with an overview of the vehicle mode. Very nice double-barreled tank. It retools drill horn a bit, which is cool. You can see the back ventilation detail. The cannons in this turret up here are superposable. It has a nice compact look. Here's the front. Just got to make sure everything's tabbed and situated. Treads don't roll, and he also has the combiner port on the one tread next to the chest port. These cannons are also removable and can be added to make the combiner gun later on. So you just put those off to the side. And flipping this down will basically prep him for combine mode. One of these like that. Getting into transformation, I start by getting the top situated. Its robot mode orientation is the easiest way to still have room as you transform him, besides just taking the cannons completely off. But flip this panel back to get the back ready to open. And same with these arms, just get those unclipped from there on both sides. And you can move those out from the body so we can come to the back and open up the back panel. And you can rotate his head out. It's easier with a spudger, same as drill horn, obviously. Close that back up. Looking at the head, it's so clean. I love it. Their head sculpts have been so good, and this one is definitely spot on. The character comes through in full. So moving on to the arms, you want to untab the arm piece from this tread and then fold that up. And then you can flip this arm down and rotate that whole piece, and then flip this panel down behind the tread, close that up. And then that's pretty much the arm, so you want to do the same for the other side. I will say sometimes the armor will hinder the bicep swivel in certain poses and angles. Just something to look out for as you rotate. But then, flip the panel back, tread down, and orient the arms. And you can go ahead and flip out the fists. And that's the upper body. So down to the legs, you can flip these knee caps open and extend the legs up. And you want to make sure they're all the way up so that you can tab the knees in and lock everything in place. Sometimes it's a little hard to do. They definitely tab in. So you can split the legs and flip out his toesies on both sides. And this next part is the only clearance issue I have. When you rotate this piece, it ever so slightly rubs against here. And I feel like I'm slightly pulling away so that it doesn't scratch the paint more than it already has. That's my only real issue in the process. But you want to untab the tread from here and rotate it around and collapse it against the leg. And then just flip the end to make the heel spur. So same on the other side. You can see here the tread doesn't allow you to go the opposite direction, bumping up against the leg there. So you want to go the other way and a little paint rub. But same process. Just untab the tread. It's being held by that ball joint, so you just want to rotate it, collapse it against the leg, and close the heel spur. I like the way they did the legs here. Everything cleans up nice, but fix him up and he's good. For articulation, he's got a ball jointed head. Arms are on a ball joint with the shoulder pads being able to pivot. Bicep swivel and double jointed elbows. Waist swivel and ab crunch once the bison is removed. Thigh cut swivel, double jointed knee, heel and toe tilt, and splits to the side and back. As far as accessories, this is what he comes with besides the spear and the combiner piece. He also has this hammer piece that will combine with the other members' weapons later. It's got multiple ports, just one solid piece. And you can take the spear and stick that into one of the holes and make it a big old hammer for him. His breast animal, tiny bison. His detail is a little hard for me to pick out on the red head. Not a big deal. Definitely different from the animation. And to get him into chest mode is straightforward. You just want to come to the bottom and fold that peg out. And then you can fold this barrel inwards as well as the legs. I'm going to fold the head down and then fold these legs in. And the whole sides flip out. And that's the chest. Here it is for comparison. He has a lot more red on him than the faux look. I like how the legs stick out here. It gives it a cool shape. And to go to gun mode, you flip the barrel out and flip these two back down the sides, and that's pretty much that. Tiny barrel. Here it is for comparison. I guess you can flip up the sides too, kind of up to how you want the form to look. I like to keep them down. And then there's the faux parts next to each other, so you can see the designs. I really like the way they did his armor, even with some of the articulation hindrances. I thought it was funny that drill horn came with the middle finger, when this is really what it was made for. It's cool being able to have the tanks hang out together. As far as form goes, kind of obvious, kind of unfair. Same goes for the alt mode, at least HasLab's drill horn alt looks good, but this is just a brick. TFC's also looks really good. I like the red highlight on his bare chest. And the alt mode is sick. The detail on the turret really sells it for me. Like his comrades, he's 4 inches to the head. Here's the usual suspects. And here's the current Breast Force members. The color breakup with Skyhawk and Killbison is great, and I think they all look really good together. 2 arms, 2 legs done. We're 2 away from a finished combiner, and next up is Jaguar.
This has been a Cortex review.
You want me to put the hammer down?